Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Come on into the room. Come on into the room. Hi. If you have been on this entrepreneurial journey and gotten someone to try to put your fire out, you told them your business plan or you told them one of your goals and they're like, "Oh, that's too lofty. Oh, you'll never do that. Oh, so and so couldn't even get that. So how you think you're going to do it?" Or, just anything to be like, "Oh, really?" I mean, they didn't even say much. Just the question, the doubt in their tone of voice just really set you back a minute. Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. We are going to discuss 6 ways to handle your haters and crush your goals. 6 ways to handle your haters and crush your goals. All right, my name is Rasheeda Green. I am the founder and CEO of Get Right Coaching and the host of this wonderful community, Mompreneur HQ, where we help moms to start, grow, and scale home-based virtual businesses so that they can build the life of their dreams without neglecting themselves or their families in the process. And we do that through coaching. We do one-on-one coaching as well as courses on the way and this community. So if you are joining us for the first time today, feel free to put hashtag live if you're watching live and hashtag replay if you're watching the replay. And if you have any questions about anything we're discussing today, if you have any comments that you want to share, feel free to do that. Also, if you find value in what we're talking about, hey, you know somebody who's been dealing with some hateration, go ahead and forward them this link to join the group and watch this video so that they can get some help on being able to dust it off, right? So today, as we said, we're going to talk about 6 ways to handle your haters. And with that, um, we've been talking about goals for the whole entire month. So we've talked about how to set goals, how to make them so that you can achieve them. We talked about setting goals that you're passionate about, that you want, that you're really interested in achieving, and giving you some tips on how to even question yourself. Ask yourself questions that are going to help move you forward in how you plan your goals. And so today, we're talking about those times when we have goals and we've set some big, lofty goals that we're ready to go after. But then we have people on our ears saying, "Oh, you can't do that." So we're going to talk about strategies and ways that you can just, dust them off and keep moving past those people who have been doubting you and doubting your skills, doubting your talent, and doubting if you'll be anything other than what they see you as. All right. If you're ready to go, let's get going. All right. So, the first thing we want to talk about is um, distancing yourself from negativity, right? It's already hard enough as an entrepreneur, right? Trying to start your own business, doing something on your own, and trying to make things happen for yourself and your business, for your family, whatever your why is. It's tough enough to be an entrepreneur. Think you're a mom. You have responsibilities at home. If you're a wife, you have responsibilities to your spouse. If you are in ministry or in any other community activities, you have those responsibilities as well. And so it can be tough already, but to actually step out and do it, to actually say, "You know what, this is what I am going to do." Um, and you decide that you're going to start a business. That takes courage. That takes strength. That takes perseverance. And to then have people in your sphere to be doubting you and trying to cloud your judgment with their limiting beliefs, it's time out for that. So, what we're going to do is we're going to distance ourselves from the negativity. That means if it's a person or a place or a thing, you want to distance yourself from any negativity that's going to prevent you or hold you back from achieving your goals. Because if you're continually listening to doubt and limiting beliefs, you're going to start thinking they're true. You're going to then maybe even start procrastinating on doing the thing because of this self doubt. I can't really do it. I don't know why I'm even trying. So we want to get out of the negative areas in our life. And unfortunately, sometimes those negative people can be so close to you. They could be your family, and you really can't get out from under your family in the sense that they're still going to be family at the end of the day, right? But if you find yourself not being able to get yourself out of those situations, have an honest conversation with that loved one, and voice your concern or voice your opinion that, I love you, and I think you love me. And if you love me, then this negative talk, this putting your doubt on my, trying to damper my dreams is not welcome. It's not, it's not expression of love to me. And so you just have those conversations, and they could be very tough. Like I said, this is your family, this is your spouse, this is your mom, this is your dad. And a lot of times they just don't get it. A lot of people don't get entrepreneurship. So again, I commend you if you are out here in these entrepreneurial streets trying to start yourself a business, whether that be out of your getting yourself out of your 9 to 5, starting a side hustle, or making this, or starting a business straight out the gate for yourself. I commend you for the strength that it takes to do it, regardless of what anybody else is saying about it, right? So get rid of the negativity, get those people or those things that are bringing you down and doubting you out of your sphere. And if they are in your sphere permanently, like i.e., family, just have an honest conversation. Let them know how you feel about what they're saying, or what they're doing. Um, because it could be self-sabotaging, and it could just be sabotaging, you know. So have those honest conversations. The next thing that we can do to kind of keep those haters at bay is to build your support system, right? Build your support system. Now, you can even have goal buddies. I think they have goal buddies out there. If you have a goal and someone else has a similar goal, or they just have a goal and you both want to achieve them, you call each other goal buddies, and you keep each other accountable to the goals that each other set. So if your goal is to make $1,000 for the month of January, and your goal buddy's goal is to um, release a product by the end of January, you keep each other accountable by checking in, whether it be daily, weekly, bi-weekly, just checking in. How's it going? Do you need help with anything? Do you need any resources? Is there something I can do to help? What blocks are you or obstacles are you facing right now? You know, get that conversation going with your goal buddy, keeping each other accountable, and that really does help you to move forward, because if somebody keeps checking on you, you're like, oh, I don't want to say I didn't do it again. So you kind of, even though you should be doing this for yourself, should have self motivation when you're an entrepreneur, it still helps to have that support when you are building a business. And if not a goal buddy, it can still just be a cheerleader, someone who you can tell your dreams and your goals to, and that they're going to support you and not put you down. And you can find those people um, in your home or outside your home, in groups, in programs, in mind, in masterminds. So you can find these people anywhere. And there are people who are just genuinely cheering for you in your business idea and helping you to get off the ground. And that is so awesome when you can find people who really, they're not invested in anything, right? But their friendship, that you are their friend and they want to support you in your endeavor. I love that, when you can build a support system, people who are going to be your cheerleaders, regardless of what the business venture is. Like, I may not I may be allergic to nuts, but if my friend has a business selling peanuts, I may not be able to eat the peanuts, but I know somebody else who eats peanuts. So I can support by getting the word out, by buying it or gifting it to somebody else, or sharing her posts on my site, on my social media handles. So, that's the kind of support that you want, people who are going to build you up, allow you to be who you are unapologetically, and support your dreams and your goals. So, that is number two. Build up your support system. The next thing you want to do is to understand that no justification is needed. No justification needed. You do not need to justify yourself or your goals to anybody, not a single soul. If this is your dream, whether you feel that it was a God call on your life, that this is the purpose that you've been put here to do, you are not required to give anyone any detailed explanation as to why you're doing what you're doing. Now, I will say that the banks, they like to know some of those things when they're giving out money. What is this for? But really, justifying the reason why you're doing what you're doing, no, that's not, no one deserves that. This is your goal, your dream, your passion. This is your business, right? So there is no justification required for starting your own business and setting your own goals. Now, if somebody has some insightful information regarding your goals, because you want your goals to be SMART goals, and they can give you some information that will be helpful or useful to what it is that you've set as a goal, then you take that. Thank you. You know, but if someone's asking, well, why? But why? But why? But why? But why? No justification needed. This is what I'm doing. This is how I'm going about it. This is the goal that I've set for myself. This is how I'm going to achieve it. And is you with me or you're not? Plain and simple, right? So that is um, something that you would need to consider. Not need to consider. That is something that you should know going in, that there is no justification needed. Everybody's different. Everybody has different goals. So you don't have to justify why you're doing what you're doing. All right. The next thing I want to say or bring up is the number 4. Hush. That's it. Sometimes you just need to show them better than you can tell them. You hear me? You ain't got to tell them everything. You ain't got to walk them through every step of your goal and every decision that you make. Sometimes you just need to keep it on the low, and then they'll know when they find out. That's it. They'll know when they know. You do not need to share, because if you know, especially if you know that this might be something that so and so is going to disapprove of, or so and so is going to say, oh, well, you really should do it this way. Listen, sound advice is welcome. And I would implore you to get help, seek help when you need help in doing things. But when we're talking about setting a goal, it's personal. This is my goal. This is my why. It's personal. So to have somebody try to speak out on your goal and why they don't think your goal makes sense, mm-mm. Just be quiet. Shoot for your goal. Make your goal. And then when you're done with your goal, pat yourself on the back with the yes, I did that, and keep it moving, as they are lurking on the sides like, oh, oh, she, yes, she did that. That's all. I don't want to go into that one too much, because listen, just be quiet. Sometimes you just don't need to tell all your plans. Just execute and watch, and they be stunting like, oh, she did that. Which leads me to number 5. Turn hateration into motivation. Yes, honey. There are people who will hate on you, who call themselves your friends, and will hate on you, your lifestyle, your goals, your business, and things that you want to do. And so they tend to be, negative Nancy's, saying things, little sly remarks, things to try to sabotage your work. Um, and what you can do with that, turn that frown upside down. Haters are going to hate. And what you need to do is have a thick skin, understand that they will hate, and use that as motivation. Motivation to push past all of what they're saying, like block it out. Oh yeah, she not gonna be able to do that. She can't do this. She can't do that. Oh no, ain't nobody gonna buy that service. Who paying for that? Haters gonna hate. You just gotta know how to keep it moving. Turn all that negative energy into motivation. And again, we already talked about number 3, that there's no justification needed. So I'm not saying that you have to have anything to prove to anybody, because you don't. But wouldn't it be nice if you just showed them exactly what you was working with? Like if you just proved them all the way wrong, so that if they was feeling like they up here talking about you and keep trying to keep you down and being so negative, by the time you did what you needed to do and you blew up that thing like you needed to blow it up, and then they sitting there at the bottom level like, well, how she get all the way up there? Because you was up there talking about me down, you was up there talking about me down here. So now you ain't moved. You stagnant. You where you was. Meanwhile, I kept grinding. I kept moving. I kept making moves. And now I done made it up here. And yeah, you still down there hating. Because those same people who run behind your back, talk about you and be like, oh, hey girl, at the birthday parties. Them same people, when you actually do what either you said that you was going to do, or the stuff that you kept on a low and didn't tell nobody and just kind of like blew up on it, then they're going to be sitting there looking crazy and confused, because they limited you. Their limited beliefs, like, no, you can't do that. Their limiting beliefs keep them down, but don't let their limiting beliefs keep you down. You are your own person. You are your own individual. I know that we all deal with some self-esteem and self-confidence issues at some point, but when it comes to your goals, they are yours. So I want you to turn hateration into motivation and make it happen, okay? Our last tip, number 6, embrace solitude and reflection. Now, I know that it can be a little uh, um, jarring to be by yourself at times, but entrepreneurship, believe it or not, can be a lonely road, which is why I said earlier in step number 2 to build your support system. Um, and even then, it can still be a lonely road, because depending on the industry you're in, depending on the work that you do, everybody's not going to understand what you're doing. Everybody's not going to understand your goal. Everybody's not going to be in agreement with the steps that you've laid out for your business plan. But you have to be okay with what it is that you set out to do. And you have to be okay with sometimes going it alone. Because if you're depending on everyone to agree with you and you're people pleasing, your business is not going to, even if you do finally launch that business, it's not going to be what you want. It's going to be what they wanted, or what they thought you were capable of doing. And the truth is, you're capable of much more. Take the blinders off, take the limits off, and do it. You are capable. You can do anything you put your mind to. So don't let anybody limit you. Be okay with being by yourself, that you won't have this whole crew of people rolling with you and building your business. I certainly learned that when I was doing when I was doing my multi-level marketing business. I thought, oh, I know all these people, I'm good, I could sell these products and I'm going to build my team. No, it didn't work out that way. But as you learn yourself and you learn your abilities and your qualities and your strengths and your weaknesses, you develop your business strategy and your business goals based on your ability and yours alone. So you can't really depend on other people to be all in with you. And so be okay with that. Be okay with reflecting on the things that worked and the things that maybe didn't work. The things that didn't work, that what you can do to tweak it to make it better. Think about that. You know, because in the end, it's all on you. And you don't want to stop at failure because yes, you're going to make mistakes. Stuff, everything's not going to go according to plan. That's not even an understatement. Okay. That's like an understatement. Stuff just ain't gonna go according to plan all the time. But you want to make sure that you are doing all that you can in your independent self to make to make the goals, to achieve the goals that you set out for yourself. So remember, there are naysayers everywhere in life. We talked about it. Sometimes they can even be in your same house, right? It can be even somebody who says that they're your bestest friend. But that does not mean that you have to spend your life um, worrying about them or working in the small little box that they give you to work in, with their limiting beliefs. You have to go beyond the negativity, beyond the haters, and crush your goals with relentless willpower, relentless strength, and perseverance. Because hate is gonna hate. That's what they do. You can't let them block you. You can't let them stop you. So today we talked about 6 ways to handle your haters and crush your goals. Number 1 being distance yourself from negativity. 2, build your support group. 3, no justification needed. 4, hush. Number 5, turning hateration into motivation and embracing solitude and reflection. Those are the 6 ways that you can handle your haters. Don't let them stop you from succeeding and doing what it is that you want to achieve in life. All right. So thank you so much for watching, joining us live or watching us on the replay. And we do have some announcements. One being, I was in the magazine. I'm in the magazine. Yes, My Sister Keeper magazine. They spotlighted me in their magazine this month, and you can actually go to their website to buy it. It's a fundraiser, people. So if you go on to the site www.mysisterkeeper.biz/blog, you will see the magazine where there are several of us that are spotlighted, but your girl from Mompreneur HQ is in there. So please, if you can, support this magazine as it is supporting a local business here in a local nonprofit here in Charlotte. And the the organization helps homeless women and children to transition back into normalcy. So whether that be into a home of their own, they help them to save up money, restore their credit. So go ahead, check it out at www.mysisterkeeper.com .biz/blog, so that you can check out the magazine and support not just me, but support the local organization who we're highlighting this month. Okay, I appreciate you for that. Now, we also have on this Friday coming up our five fun goal setting activities for creative mompreneurs. That's going to be a live that we do this coming Friday at 7 p.m. So please register and join us. I'll be glad to see you there. There are quite a few people who have already registered, but I want to see all y'all. We talking about fun activities to set goals that we actually are going to plan and achieve, because now we found ways that are comfortable for us, that we really enjoy, that we're going to be able to visualize our goals and actualize them. So join me again this Friday, at 7 p.m. inside the Facebook group, the Mompreneur HQ Facebook group, where we will be going live talking about the five fun goal setting activities for creative mompreneurs. All right. I look forward to seeing you there. And lastly, I hope that you have been enjoying this past week and a half that we've just been giving out some free basic business tips to help you to advance in your business. If you are just starting out, these tips are so basic, they are just for you, right? But if you are already have a business but did not know certain things or did not establish certain things, then this series that we're doing is great for you also. And I'm telling you, it's been fun getting on here. I mean, almost every other night my child has come into into the live, but you know what you gonna do, right? So I'm a mompreneur, I got kids. So but it's been fun. And tonight, I really want you to hang on. And if you can, I'll be going live this evening to tell you about business finances and protecting the veil. You don't want to pierce the veil. And I know you're like, protecting the veil? What does that mean? She keeps saying it. Find out tonight. I'll be going on live. And if you have been missing the lives, please make sure that you go um, into the Facebook group, the Mompreneur HQ group, and hit the three dots on the right side of your screen and turn on your notifications so that when I go live, you are alerted and you can catch this information. Now, last week I did it. This week I did it. I don't know if we going next week. So you might want to catch the rest of these lives Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Tonight I'll be going on early because I have somewhere between 5 and 6:30. So I'm still trying out these times, y'all. It just depends. Like I really can't figure out what's the best evening time to go live because I go on different times and at different times I get different reactions. So that's why I'm doing it. I'm testing it out. So again, I just hope that everybody is enjoying the live series. Catch me tonight live so that we can talk about piercing the veil, what that means, and how you can avoid that to stay out of financial ruin. All right. Thank you so much. If you have any comments, put them in the comment field. I'll be glad to address your questions and concerns in the comments. And until next time,